Of Local Lifestyles is sponsored by Ackerman Chiropractic and Fitness Center.
Well, neuropathy is a very real problem for so many tri-staters. Fortunately, there is treatment for some, and if not all, it really works wonders. Dr. Dwayne Ackerman is back with us to explain about this treatment. It's good to see you again.
Good morning. It's nice to be back.
Well, we were just talking about the prevalence of neuropathy and the levels of damage. What can we do before that hits us? What kinds of things help us at least slow it down or maybe delay it or reduce its strength in our lives? What do we need to do to be healthier?
Boy, that's a big question.
It is a big question. You have 4 minutes.
I got about 4 hours worth of material.
Can you give me the
here.
answer for life in 4 minutes? Yeah.
Get lucky in life, you know, to some degree, because you can have patients that grew up in the same family, they eat the same foods, they do the same things in life. Some have it, some don't. Of course, we know that diabetes is a big factor. Chemotherapy is a big factor that causes it. But then we've got about half the people that we call idiopathic, which is basically we can't really nail down the cause other than we think there's something toxic or inflammatory going on in the body that's affecting the nerves and causing the nerves to not function properly. So basically the neuropathy patient has pain, numbness, or weakness in their extremities, usually their feet more than their hands, and we try to improve upon that.
Well, and we've had a couple of your patients here telling their story in very compelling ways. How did you get interested in this particular treatment? Because we're not seeing it everywhere. I got interested in it about 8 years ago because my dad had it as a side effect of chemotherapy from lung cancer. So we were told back then that there's nothing that can be done, just like people today. My patients are all told there's nothing that can be done. Here's some medication to cover up the symptoms, but oh, by the way, they have lots of side effects that you may not like, but just live with it. And, by chance, we came across something that's helpful, and we've built upon that over the past 8 years. And I network with about 120 docs from around the country, some of the biggest clinics in the country that treat neuropathy, and we get together and we talk about what's working, what's not working, what's helping, what's not helping, what therapy, what diet, what can be done to improve this for people. Well, we were talking about this before we came on the air, that kind of cooperation, first of all, it's just humility to be able to cooperate with other people, but it benefits all of us. The things you learn from your colleagues benefit everybody here in the tri-state who has this problem.
Oh, absolutely. I say we get together once a quarter. Every time I come back from networking with those guys, we're able to tweak things a little bit to get a little bit better result, or to figure out this particular patient needs this and this particular patient needs this. So, because not everybody fits in the same box with this.
So are they, or once you've assessed them, is it equipment they take home with them and use at home every day?
Part of the plan is that. Some people, diet and nutrition is a bigger part than others. Some people, we do more stuff in the office with them.
But you just got to be assessed, and that's why people need to come see you.
Right, and we do a complete free assessment to find out if we can help or not. And if we can help, we'll let you know what that is, what it costs, what to expect, what type of time frame, it would take to see some improvement. And if we can't help, we'll tell you that as well.
Well, based on the stories I've heard so far, it's very encouraging. It's always good to have you on the show, Dwayne.
Well, I appreciate you being here and letting us come on and talk about this.
Tell that story because it's a good one. We'll see you next time, and we'll be back with more Lifestyles right after this. Stick around.
This portion of Local Lifestyles is sponsored by Ackerman Chiropractic and Fitness Center.